justice must be done and must also be seen to have been done, and there must be no sacred cows in the course of looking for this justice. We are in this broad-based arrangement, but we want justice from within that broad-based arrangement. We want justice from within it.
The tension was high in Homabay County after mourners rejected President William Ruto's message of condolences to the family of Albert Ojwang, who died mysteriously in police custody. The emotional scene played out during a visit by Homabay Governor Gladys Wanga and a delegation of local leaders who had gone to console the grieving family. Ojwang, a young man from the region, was reportedly arrested under controversial circumstances and later died while in police custody in Nairobi Central Police. His death has sparked outrage across the country, with many pointing fingers at the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Eliud Lagat, who is said to have filed a complaint that led to Ojwang's arrest. Lagat has since come under intense public scrutiny, with pressure mounting for his resignation.
For their actions. First and foremost, the people who ordered for Albert to be collected from here and taken all the way to Nairobi, despite the fact that we have courts. We have a court in Oyugis.
President, through Governor Gladys Wanga, sent a message of sympathy to help the bereaved family. But in an unexpected and highly symbolic move, the mourners refused to receive the message, insisting that no form of condolence would be accepted until justice for Ojwang is served. The rejection of the president's message was seen by many as a sign of the growing frustration and anger in the community.
We came here today also with a message of condolence from Baba, who already spoke with the family and also, sent support. We came with the message of condolence for His Excellency the President, who also spoke to the family and have also sent their support and condolences. And we would just like to say that
at the heart of the storm is the unresolved question of who is responsible for Ojwang's death. Initial reports from the police had claimed that he injured himself while in custody, but a post-mortem later revealed that he had been tortured and strangled, suggesting that his death was not accidental, but as a result of police brutality.
I blame the police that because they were supposed to protect him and Albert was in their hands. He actually even called a friend and asked the friend if he was going to be safe. This is somewhere where, if you're in a police custody, this is somewhere we are supposed to be protected and our lives are not supposed to.
The community has demanded answers and, more importantly, accountability. The name of DIG Eliud Lagat keeps coming up, especially after it emerged that he had previously filed a case against Ojwang, accusing him of tarnishing his name and linking him to corruption. It was shortly after this complaint that Ojwang was picked up from his rural home by officers from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations and transported to Nairobi, where he died under suspicious circumstances.
And we join Kenyans in this sadness and in calling for justice for Albert. Quick justice, not justice by word, but justice by action.
Locals believe his arrest and eventual death were acts of retaliation carried out under the protection of powerful individuals within the police service. They want Lagat out of office. They want Lagat out of office, and they have vowed not to bury their son until action is taken against those they believe are responsible.
Siku ya jana na nimeleta ujumbe wa msiba hapa nyumbani. Sababu tangia nitoke hapa niende Nairobi, niliondoka hapa ikiwa nimemfuata Albert akiwa ni mgonjwa, akiwa ameshikwa na polisi. Lakini habari nilizopata huko ni jana ndio nimeleta habari kwa watu wa Kakothi na Kokwanyo kwa ujumla kwamba Albert ameaga dunia. Kwa hivyo ni wakati wa maombolezo
The visit by Governor Gladys Wanga was meant to offer comfort to the grieving family and show solidarity, but it ended up being a reflection of the deep mistrust between the public and the state. The governor has since joined the call for justice, urging the relevant authorities to speed up investigations and ensure those behind the killings are brought to book. As burial preparations begin, emotions remain raw. The family is in mourning, but their pain is mixed with a strong desire for truth and accountability. Community elders, youth leaders and activists have promised to keep the pressure on until justice is done. For them, the issue is no longer just about Albert Ojwang, it's about many others who have died in police custody with no answers and no justice.
Anybody, any one of the people within the police force, anybody who was responsible for this, we are asking, we are demanding that they be relieved of their duties, they be charged accordingly.
The situation in Homabay has become a political power keg. The opposition is using the case to criticize the government's handling of police reforms and human rights. Civil society groups have also picked up the matter, calling for an independent investigation and for top police officials to step aside while the probe continues. Meanwhile, there is growing fear that the continued silence or inaction by the government could trigger protests or even unrest in parts of the country. Gen Z activists have already announced plans for peaceful demonstrations to honor Ojwang and others who perished in similar circumstances. The message is clear. The people want justice, not handouts. In a region that has often felt neglected by the state, the rejection of the president's condolences was a powerful statement. It signaled a community that is tired of being ignored, silenced and mistreated. Until answers come and those responsible are held accountable, the wounds left by Ojwang's death will remain wide open.
And that child today is no more. Not because he got an accident, not because he was sick, but because a rogue police officer somewhere decided not to follow due process and the law and to take the law into their own hands and murder Albert. We are very sad with the family and as a people, and we join Kenyans in this sadness.